I am Sabrina Kelly Lewis, and I work for the Office of Sales and Excise Taxes. I have been with the Department of Revenue for to be 16 years, this coming June 1st. I just happened to go downstairs and I was walking around and I saw the display with different notable Kentuckians featured, and I was reading the information about each one of them, and I recognized one of the pictures, and I saw that it was my cousin, Dr. Thomas Wendell, who was a pharmacist and a physician in Lexington, Kentucky, who was known for the care of the mentally ill, specialized in African American care of the mentally ill. And a building was named after him at Eastern State Hospital in Lexington. So I was really shocked to see that, and I was excited about it. And then I walk a few more feet and I see another display of a quilt made by the gentleman and his wife who made the quilt are also, he's deceased now, but they were good friends of my mother. And I kept looking to see if I could find my great-great-uncle, Clarence Pick Dishman, but he wasn't on there. But when I realized who made the quilt, I was just happy to know that I knew the person who made this quilt. And then I look a few more feet and I see my grandfather's picture there with a horse helping a jockey on the horse. And I was like, that is my grandfather. And so I was really excited to see that. As I was walking around, I went into the little vestibule area, and I saw the information about Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and a monitor down there. But there was a young lady that was in there at the time, and she said, "Isn't this nice?" I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "This is great. I had no idea this was down here." And then I explained to her that I saw my cousin and my grandfather, and she was excited. She was like, "That's great. We have somebody in the building who was related to some of the people who were featured here." And I told her who my father was. She said, "We have a PowerPoint presentation that has your father in it that we're trying to figure out how we're going to get it on this monitor." So it was just really exciting to see the display and to find that I have 3 different family members that are featured in the display. My grandfather, Oscar Dishman Jr., was born and reared in Scott County, Kentucky, a small community called New Zion, located on the Scott County-Fayette County line. He was an owner and a trainer of thoroughbred horses, and he won several derbies in Florida, Hialeah Park, Chicago. It was in his blood, and he loved working with the horses. My father is Jim Kelly. His birth name is James Milton Kelly. Most people know him as Jim Kelly from Enter the Dragon, where he featured in that movie with Bruce Lee. He was a big fan of Bruce Lee, and he had wanted to do a second film with Bruce Lee, but wasn't able to because of Bruce Lee's passing. He is from Kentucky. A lot of people don't know that. He's from Millersburg, Kentucky, which is a small town adjacent to Paris, Kentucky. Karate was his passion, and he used to spar with my mother in my grandfather's backyard, Oscar Dishman Jr.'s backyard. They would spar together along with my mother's brother, Bernard Dishman. He was a master at his craft. He was, of course, a black belt, and he was known as Grandmaster Kelly because that's how good he was. And he would practice day in and day out, and he would be in a zone where he didn't hear anything else around him. He was just concentrating on his technique. And for the Personnel Academy to show this exhibit is really special. And to have not only my grandfather, Oscar Dishman Jr., and my father, Jim Kelly, but my cousin, Dr. Thomas Wendell. So I have 3 family members that have been featured in this African American history display, and I am truly grateful. What rich heritage we have in our state, and that for me to be connected to this is truly an honor. And to know that I'm able to actually be here today to give a little bit of background information about each of my relatives that were featured is really special to me. And I believe that my grandfather, and I know that my father and my cousin, Dr. Wendell, would be very honored to know that they're being recognized in a state government building